So here we are. It's June. It's not June. We're recording this before June, but this content is for June, which, by the way, is the end of quarter 2 of this year. In other words, we're halfway through. Okay, so in my world, that means we're already planning for Q3 and Q4, forward planning, not just everything really ad hoc, but nonetheless. Well, Michelle and I have just been through all of the dates, and there are tons on there. They're just too many to actually.
And what we normally like to do is like do a couple, talk them through, throw a couple of in quick. But we thought this month we would give you quite a quick fire list of the days and the dates, especially after May was quite intense. We went off piste a little bit with May as well. So you might be flagging a bit after watching May. And the recommendation is go back and listen to the other videos, because we talk about making these dates your own, tying the days together, using them as inspiration, you know, jumping on the back of the hashtags, having a theme for the month. Not ever forgetting to sell. You can always sell. You don't have to wait till Father's Day. So we're going to give you a quick fire list this month, but that's only because we feel we've shown you over the past 5 months how you can really pick and choose these content ideas and make them your own.
Absolutely.
How does that sound, Nick?
So I'll read the list. You jump in with the ones you would like to talk about. But the first one you said was Father's Day, which is on the 20th of June. For those of us with our dads still, not with our dads, whatever situation you're in. Michelle, we can't sell for Father's Day 2 days before, can we?
No. And I think as well, you know, Mother's Day, we start promoting like the day on Boxing Day, but poor dads, they only get like 10 days before. So you be the one, if you've got stuff that's great for the guys and the gentlemen in our lives, then you know, start promoting it, start getting in there early. I need people to stop being, I don't want to bug people. What if I do a post, and what if I do an email? Look, people can unsubscribe, they can do whatever, but if you don't send it, they don't know. So get selling and get those lads in our lives properly spoilt rotten.
Okay, so that means, are you listening? If you got anything at all, do not leave it till the week before to promote it. You'd be doing it right at the beginning of June. If you've watched this early, because it goes out mid-May, start now. Just get on it.
If pubs in our restaurants who have got outside seating, you know, if every day has to be Father's Day in June, then let it be, because people are going to be ringing up going, can I come on Father's Day? And you say, oh, we're fully booked. Can I come on Father's Day? Every day in June is Father's Day. What day would you like to come? You know,
celebrate that every single day. I love that, Michelle. It's absolutely awesome. Okay, then. So to start this list off quick, difficult content on the 1st for the Stillbirth and Neonatal Death Charity Awareness Month. And I was like, oh, shall we mention that? But you wanted to mention about sometimes content is tricky, isn't it?
I think content can be tricky, and sometimes content needs to be tricky. And if you think about all of the difficult conversations we had back in 2020 over Black Lives Matter, and you know, social media really supported and enabled a lot of those conversations. And for something like stillbirth, or being in your 40s and going through the menopause, or you're a man and you're feeling really down, you know, we do turn online. And if you shy away from not producing the tough content, the hard content, people, you're preventing someone getting the benefit of your support and your wisdom. So, you know, you can, and some of us as well do have businesses around helping people heal from trauma, overcoming depression, whatever it is. So you when you sell from that place of integrity and share your story, your customer's story, no matter how hard they are, they will resonate with someone. Absolutely. So this isn't about taking advantage of someone's heartbreak. It's about speaking from a place of truth and integrity, and knowing that it will help someone and it will have a ripple effect. So those of you who are thinking about sharing the hard stories, definitely consider it. I know it can feel really difficult, but it can live out there for time immemorial and help more people than you could ever know.
Imagine. I've just thought, this completely aside, I would like us to do a run of 5-minute snips of the most often asked questions, because this came up on training last week. How much do we let ourselves out there, Nick? How much do we share of ourselves? When is it too personal? When is it not? And Michelle, I think I've just started writing down a list of questions that if you and I just stuck to that one question to go back and gave people that one little thing, because this is a huge one. So I would really like to come back to it, not now, but I'm totally putting Michelle on the spot, which is what I do. Well, what I've been doing for like about 5 or 6 years to a God lover, but it's just so important. And I think you're right. You know, when we share really hard content, you reach an awfully big, different audience. You find people who you didn't even know who your tribe were. But it's so personal. Some of this is so personal. So that's day one. Then we're going to leave that on the 1st of June. On the 2nd of June, it's National Rocky Road Day. Who doesn't like Rocky Road, please? If you don't like Rocky Road,
leave the office early day.
Yeah. Like, so
ironic, because like, I'm still working in my pajamas at home.
I'm in my pajamas at home, but it's national. Leave the office early day on the 2nd. Then on the 4th, it's Hug Your Cat. And also we've got National Fish and Chip Day. I like that for the 4th. World Environment Day and Bike Week starts on the 5th, Michelle. So
Can I go there? I want to go back to National Fish and Chip Shop Day.
Okay.
If you are the fish and chip shop that has been looking after its customers who are queuing out the door down the street, if you're giving them like a little chip buddy or a little mini cone of chips, or you're giving them like a glass of water when it's hot, I don't know what you can do, but sometimes I've watched these people outside the fish and chip shop like this, and they look so miserable. By the time they get home, they must be like, well, I don't know why I bothered with these. So if you are the fish and chip shop that has the happiest customers, I want to see your content, which alludes to what is the customer service like in your business.
Absolutely. And excuse me, back to it. Marketing is about good customer service. It's about helping people get messages out. It's always about the people who are watching and listening. So with that in mind, we've got National Yo-Yo Day and National Gardening Exercise Day and National Cancer Survivors Day on the 6th. So we've got a myriad of different things to jump in on that. And obviously we're giving you this list quickly because, you know, there's just too much to go through each one, but we would never suggest that you jump on all of them at all, because that's just going to be far too much. You're just picking the ones that are pertinent to you.
Yeah. I know one of my old Pilates teacher has recently had a baby, so she might like to do some videos in her garden because she's on maternity leave and exercise. It's also Best Friends Day. You might have made some really good friends when you've been going through your cancer treatment, so you can see how some of these days can be brought together and you can create something. And also, if you can't create something, go and see what other people are doing. We use community collaboration over competition all of the time. So see what your other local businesses are doing, people within your industry. Are they doing something? Can you get involved as well? So it's not as much effort for you, but you can still get, you know, a certain amount of the impact.
For sure. Okay, then rattling on. Danielle Stanley, if you're listening, it's Ballpoint Pen Day on the 10th. We've got Superman Day on the 12th. We've got Sewing Machine for our Carrie and Amy on the 13th. Were you just doing that? Do you know that song? What is the song?
Superman, but actually isn't that Bruce Forsyth?
Yeah, but like, so we're really off piece now. Good one, loving it. I'm not going to actually look at it anymore. Right, so on the 14th, it's World Blood Donor Day. Again, important. And it's also Men's Health Week that week. You know, there's a lot of work, rightly so, done about women's mental health, but men's health, you know, it's just as important. Of course it is. So you might want to be jumping in on Men's Health Week, which starts the 14th.
Yeah, definitely, because we know, and then even, you know, the World Cup starts later in the month, doesn't it? And tying it up, and we know our hubbies, brothers, our best mates who are guys, not always great at talking about how they're feeling. And, you know, how nice is it when someone just says, how are you? after a year of working at home, after a year of, how are you feeling? Do you need anything? Do you want to come to our house to watch the first match, even though it's like teams we've never heard of? Sometimes we've talked about this before, Nick, that sometimes these content ideas will actually just give you ideas of nice stuff you can do. They remind us about what's important in life, and you might never do any content about it, but you might have had a really good night with some old mates watching the football, having a giggle in your garden. So does that make sense? It's not always about the content. Sometimes if it sparks off an idea just cause, then go with it.
Just cause, absolutely love it. So the World Cup starts on the 17th, which will then go through until it concludes. But on the 18th, it's Autistic Pride Day, something again very close to Michelle's heart and mine too. So there's a lot of people who are not neurotypical, and for everybody, if you don't know anything about it, this gives us, me, Michelle, and our families, our communities, a chance to just be saying, hey, have a look at this with pride. By the way, we're dead proud of who we are and what we are and what our kids achieve. And I think with a lot of this, I read through these days and think, where can we bring the pride? Where can we bring the joy? Where can we be just standing out and making ourselves stand out with pride and joy? Because nobody else is you. You've got what nobody else has got, i.e. you, right? So this idea in your content of just absolute values, integrity, pride. Michelle, the word integrity has come up so much tonight. I don't think we should have to have a day called Autistic Pride Day to be putting content out about who we are with pride. However, it'll do as a reminder for starters.
Good.
Thank you.
That's follow that one, Nick.
Yes. All right. I'll come back down off that one then. Refugee Week is the 20th to the 26th of June, and World Productivity Day is the 20th of June. We've got World Humanist Day, International Day of Yoga. Had to bring that in on the 21st because we've got so many people in wellbeing in our groups and our communities. And the summer solstice starts on the 21st.
That's what our yoga teachers could tie up with our humanist celebrants and come up with a yoga pose and a little prayer that you could do outside, at the summer solstice.
Absolutely.
You see these ways you can talk, work together. Cool.
Lush. I don't know whether that's been planned to put all those three or who decided on the same day, but it's very clever, isn't it? National Chocolate Eclair Day, which also goes with Positive Media Day on the 22nd. Take your pick, positive media and eclairs. Can't see any problem with either of those going together personally. Loving it. So we've got Glastonbury on the 23rd, the 27th, and then it's International Widows Day actually on the 23rd. There's another example of difficult content,
but again, it comes back to, there's hard content out there, and
hard content.
Let's just let's not be afraid to
share it. I mean, if you look at what the Queen's gone through, the Queen's lost Prince Philip after 73 years together. I mean, 73 years in with one human. Can't imagine that at all. And not many people get 73 years with one human, whether it's your parents or whoever it is. Yeah. So there's that. But for that person not to be there, I can't even begin. So when it's difficult
or widower, whoever's left behind, it's horrendous.
Yeah, it's horrendous.
Why do we need to be widow or widower? Why can't we just be the one that's left behind? It's so sad, and we've got so much to celebrate, but so much to keep living for. So but good on. I think Queenie will be at the forefront of everyone's imagination, because it's a Queen's Jubilee in June-ish time as well, isn't it?
And there she goes and she carries on. Anyway, moving on. 59 days and 15 minutes. I think we needed a bit longer. Armed Forces Day, guys, on the 26th. We always got to give our love to the Armed Forces. Sunglasses Day on the 27th. National PTSD Awareness Day on the 27th also. And then if we come down to the 30th, 29th and 30th. So the 29th is Camera Day, without International Camera Day. So I don't know who's running Camera Day. And then on the 30th, it's World Social Media Day. Now then, everybody watching this, it is one day in the whole year, right, that you can all join in, right? Even if it's just one, it's World Social Media Day, right? And the day before that is Camera Day. So imagine cameras, phones, photos, World Social Media Day, 2 days. Jobs are good. End of June.
Love it. There's so much you could, like, what do you do on World Social Media Day? What do you not do?
I hate social media. Social media takes too
Yeah, I'm
much
coming off social
time.
media. Yeah.
I'm having a day off social media on World Social Media Day. Well, that would book the trend a little.
June is a busy month. Maybe June is a busy month because it's summer solstice. The days are the longest they're going to be, and you do feel a little bit like, oh, I can do more. I can fit more in because the nights are lighter, the days are longer. But you know what? You should be having a plan. You should have you should be thinking, my social media, every month I'm going to commit 2 hours a month to my social media, to planning it, to putting it out there. And then these ideas slot in. Does that make sense? It's not, oh, I've got these ideas and then I'll do my social media. No, you have your plan, you know, you're going to do social media, and then look for the ideas to fit. I would rather you do 2 hours of social media a week, a month, whatever you decide. You do it, it's done, and then you go and enjoy the long summer nights.
Yeah, it's true. And also, I think you're right about like June, July, August, we kind of get tempted to do more, and then we lose our consistency. So if you are consistently posting from January through to April, May at twice or 3 times a week, every day in our case, you know, whatever that is, what you don't want is then a month of going, oh, and then back again when you,
I say that all the time.
You see it all the time. We're looking for consistency. You know, what your consistency is compared to mine and the next person and Michelle's, it's totally different. But your consistency is what matters. That could be twice a week on Instagram. It could be twice a day on Instagram. You know, I would suggest it's definitely more than once a month on Instagram because there's not really any point. You know, you've got to be doing stuff weekly, but your consistency is key and you need to decide what that looks like. So all of these days, you know, and also these aren't your days, right? They're not about your business. They're about what everybody else has determined this Magic Awareness Day is. But there's so many good ones that you could get into a conversation. You could join in, but they're not your content. They're not your days, right?
So you go and you put in to Google National Garden and Exercise Day, or you put it into Instagram. You go and get involved in some conversations in Instagram. You might see some new followers trickle through because people have seen you chatting, or you go on Google and you see some blogs that have done stuff maybe last year, you know, but you go and they're doing actually stuff this year. You can go and get involved, you can share it. So we talked a little bit about that last month as well, about, you know, if you haven't necessarily got the time, go and see what you can do with other people, or go and see what other people are doing, and get involved. Take 5 minutes to go and check out a couple of these days and just have, you know, get involved in a couple of conversations. That is something. And to me, as a final point, if any of these online content ideas can be taken offline and built into your overall marketing plan, you know, a bit like the fish and chip shop. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, what can we do to make people laugh, to giggle, to make the time pass quickly? If you can do something offline, the likelihood is people are then so impressed that they take it online for you anyway. They start talking about it. They start recommending you. So yeah, think about what you can do off social media as well.
Love it. Hope that's helped. Huge list there. As always, watch us again, put it in your diaries, make your plan, get in touch, drop some of them if they're not important or relevant. But just remember to be consistent with your content and enjoy it. Like Michelle, I just want to see everybody having a right laugh with the content. It's always the way, isn't it? If people are loving it and enjoying it, it gets more reach, it gets more engagement. People want to join in with that. So enjoy your content, have a good month, and send us a message if you need us. We'll never disappear, both Michelle and I. You know where to find us: Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, well, just everywhere, frankly. So take good care. We'll see you back again for July.
My birthday month. Brilliant. See you soon. Bye.
Oh, see, did you see what she did there? She told you all it's her birthday in July. All right. Cards, presents, gifts.
Here. Oh yeah, all the love, please.
All the love. See you later.